And Stephen, looking at this decision today, you really do get a view perhaps that the decision to pause in August meant that the bar was very high for another rate increase in September. What's your view? Was this the right call today?
Yes, we agree with that assessment that the bar was very high for another rate hike, and now we've actually had 3 months in a row with no change, July, August and September. And between the August meeting and the September meeting, most of the economic data came in a little bit softer, including a lower July monthly CPI reading. So the on-hold decision today was expected by us. I think it was very widely expected. There was almost no tightening priced into markets. So an on-hold decision today very much, I think, will be welcomed by most Australians and certainly in line with our expectation.
Is RBA on hold for the rest of the year?
Yes, we think we've seen the peak in the cash rate at 4.1%. So in hindsight, the June rate hike looks like it was the last one. We expect to see ongoing weakness in consumer spending as measured by our own household spending insights data, as well as a continued moderation over the next 6 months or so in the inflation rate and some softness in the labour market. And as you highlighted there, I think perhaps some softness in China as well. So I think it all adds up to the RBA being able to keep the cash rate on hold at 4.1%. Although, as you said in your introduction, we note that they still have that tightening bias in there, still wanting not to yet declare victory. They still give a bit of a signal that if rates were to go anywhere in the near term, that it would be up. But we think we've seen the peak now in the cash rate.
Indeed. The RBA also saying that the outlook for household consumption remains uncertain and the economy is experiencing a period of below-trend growth, and this is expected to continue for a while. So certainly a lot for the new governor, incoming Governor Bullock, to be unpacking. I want to get a sense from you about exactly what type of leadership she will have at the central bank. The first female governor in Australia. Diversity drives good economics and good policy making. I want to know, though, is she a dove or is she a hawk? And how is she going to address some of these challenges?
Well, I think the first thing to say is the appointment of Michelle Bullock as RBA governor has been very widely she's very widely well regarded. I think it's a very good appointment, excellent appointment. She's been at the Reserve Bank for a long time, coming in on 40 years. She's been deputy governor for 18 months or so. So I think market's very comfortable with the new leadership at the bank. Of course, they will need to appoint a new deputy governor and a new assistant governor economics in coming months as well. So there will be some leadership change there at the RBA. I don't think I would classify Michelle Bullock as either a hawk or a dove. I think she will just read the data and make an assessment about what's the best thing to do given what the data is telling her. And in fact, that's the way I would describe Phil Lowe and probably every other Reserve Bank governor for the last 20 or 30 years. So, very good economist, a very good communicator. I'm sure you and your listeners are aware that next year we'll move to only 8 board meetings a year. There'll be a press conference after every one of those board meetings. So the new governor will have a full day on board meeting days. But I think she'll be able to explain each policy decision in great detail with the press conference. So markets are, I think, going to be very comfortable with her leadership.